Good morning, everyone. This is Anne Marie, and this is a look at SPY. Well, we've got sideways action, right? Sideways action overall. Look at the charts. Absence of momentum, clearly bounded from one to the other. Let's see what the prior day gave us. Yeah, so we have gotten higher levels, no doubt about it. And we ended on the high yesterday. Pretty remarkable, in my mind. As the bell rang, things were still pretty strong, particularly in the TF, the BDIWM, if you'd want to take a look at that ETF. But what we are really seeing is not a continuation to the upside right this moment, but sideways action. Now, again, very commonly, if I am in a trend, and I'm in an uptrend, and I have sideways action, it means that I am breaking the trend by time, meaning I'm moving sideways across time, but I'm holding the price. I'm breaking the trend by time, but not by price, meaning I am not breaking down and losing my key levels. Now, what's a key level? Well, probably the 100 if you're just looking at a standard fib, but more than likely it's the gap fill event. If we come into this gap and penetrate below it, we've got trouble. But if we hold the levels here and it meanders sideways, while this stays above zero and begins to inflect, right? We're looking for these things just to stay above zero to keep positive price action. Look at it towards the end of the day here. That's big. Just a couple of days ago, the end of the day, big buying volume. Still higher than selling volume. I talked to you about it the other day. I can't remember exactly which day, but this is something that's pretty important. This means who's on the side of strength. And of course, if there are more buyers pressing charts up, we mean to move more to the upside. So what's going to happen here? Well, we have two choices, and today particularly makes for beautiful ones, because as we move sideways, those of you that trade options, volatility shrinks, and the prices of options just outside of the money sometimes get extremely reasonable if, it's only reasonable if it works, if the charts pop up or pop down into the particular spaces. So what are we going to look for? We are going to look for the break of this 154.51, see if it comes into this region right here. In the end, the goal is sucking onto this level. It's going to want to touch these VWAPs somehow. So either it's going to move across and the VWAPs are going to come up, or it's going to move down into the VWAP, or a combination of both. But that's the move that the charts are in the process of doing right now, easing the space between the VWAP. Not something that VWAPs like to do. They don't like to stay far away from their chart points at all, right? So these things come in and tighten up and pull back and tighten up and tighten up. So eventually that's what it is that we're looking for. Look for the breach above 155 for acceleration into 155.55 potentially, although it could stop here at 155.38. Not really sure what kind of gumption the market has to move forward today, right? That is a question in my mind. So I'm just going to stair step through the events. What does that mean about size and risk? Here it is. If I pop out, I am going to take the trade. Could it fail? Yes, absolutely. But if I've got an automated trade or conditional event sitting inside of my trading platform that says, hey, when I cross this level, I'm going to take it long, I don't have the reaction time event that's going to slow me down. Okay? So I am going to be able to take that trade out, and if it collapses, my support regions are clearly established. So my risk to reward events become much, much stronger from a reward perspective, of course. And so that's what you want to look for. Same thing here. If it breaks down, stop action going to be right above the pivot towards the midline, and a very, very good trading experience overall. All right? Good luck today, and be careful. Watch for the charts pressing up. We've had pretty aggressive move this week. And so as we look, March the 4th, I believe, was the beginning of the week. Here's where we started, right? We have really accelerated very, very high. So we're going to watch that extremely carefully in terms of saying, hey, listen, do we need to take a little bit of a breath? Probably. So these moves will give you some good price action. If we say, hey, acceleration is where we're off to, the ultimate goal is the 161. It could stop at the 150. All right? Good luck trading today. Keep alert. Price is always the most important thing. Last thing I'll leave you with is today is free trade. Wow, I can't talk for nothing. Today is Free Trade Friday. That means that if you go to the blog post, you're going to see a blog that says Free Trade Friday. That's the second and fourth Fridays of every month. Have a good day trading.